Today, we've got some intrigue that's close to home, and that home may be haunted. Yes, that's the story that listeners reported hearing an advert for an old hotel yesterday on 2 Point Radio. This out-of-circulation commercial piqued the interest of many supernatural enthusiasts, believing we'd had a shared encounter with the other side. And I admit, I would have my suspicions too, if the hilarious people in charge of our adverts hadn't done this several times before.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 2 Point Museum. We're in Wailon Lodge and it's a new museum for us because we've never done it before, and I realised that this put me at a deficit when I did the last challenge mode remote rock, so we are going to start it today. To get Curator Class 5 we need to receive 2 more stars across our museums, and this is going to be the one where we get our first of those 2 stars, and maybe even the second one. So the Department of Culture identified this abandoned hotel as the perfect site to investigate the supernatural. Its spectral ratings are off the charts, making it easily one of the most haunted places in 2 Point County. Send expedition teams to the Netherworld to find mysterious supernatural exhibits with unusual effects. Just because something's scary doesn't mean it isn't amazing or interesting. Horror can be quite the crowd pleaser. So we need to hire a supernatural expert, and luckily we have one here in the form of Ingrid Avocado, who also already has pilot wings. They are a bit sluggish, but they do increase happiness by going on expeditions, and those expeditions will be quicker, so that's good. So we will hire Ingrid Avocado now. We also need to complete an expedition to Infernal Station, build a staff room, and display a supernatural exhibit. Now looking here, I also have Cristiano Corporeal Jones, who is analytical, which improves his exhibit analysis speed, and a globetrotter, so going on expeditions will increase his happiness. And here we have Draco Flob, who has the best of both worlds, just generally very, very happy all round. So we're going to hire 3 supernatural experts. Then we can go off on an expedition to the Netherworld to try and find our first exhibit. So here we are, Netherworld. We have 1 discovered location here, Infernal Station. We're going to set up our expedition. We are going to send, of course, Ingrid Avocado on there. We also have the Wishing Well, which is a possible event, the Ghost Guide, which is a possible event, and the Hellhole Holdup, which we don't have a rank combined enough to counter the event, so that will increase the amount of money that we spend. So we'll use our Haggling Handbook to try and reduce that a little bit as well. We're going to go with a detailed expedition, which increases the length of time we're doing, but because we've got Ingrid there, that's going to be fine. That'll bring it down a little bit, and there we go. Right, we are off to the Infernal Station. Now, while we're here, we can also build our staff room, so let's go to our rooms. We'll go to our staff rooms, and I'm actually going to put a little bit of effort into this one because I'll save this one as my staff room blueprint. So we want to go with a 4x3. It's a bit bigger than the usual staff room size, the minimum recommended one, but I want to make sure that I make this one a good one. Then when we come in, we want to put the sofa, we'll put the sofa in the corner here like that. There we go. Then we've got our medical bay here, the bandage box. We want to put that quite close to the door, so that goes in. Then we'll bring up the coffee counter here, and we'll put the coffee counter just in the corner by the door, so staff can come in and grab a coffee straight away. We'll also put the snack table in for our staff, and that'll go right next to the coffee counter. There we go. And then the bungle button masher can go right here, so staff can sit on the couch and play some games. We then want a notice board up because we want to try and now push this to a decoration level of 5. And we can only do that by putting in various other things. So we've got a microwave that we're going to unlock there. We can go down and unlock a few more things like the staff desk, which again, why not? And then these couple of items, which are the Explorer's map. Actually, we'll put the Explorer's map in. I think that'll be a nice one to put down. Nice little bit of decorative items there. We'll put the staff desk in first though. So the staff desk, which actually gives experience as well. So we can put that in this corner here next to the notice board. Then it's about decorative, really. We've spent a lot of money on that. The Explorer trunk will be a good one to put down. We'll put the Explorer trunk right here next to the bandage box, and then we've got that in as well. Our expedition has finished, but we still have decorating to do. We'll do that. Then we can put in a large, that's a marketing rug. What other stuff have we got? Right, we don't really have anything in terms of decorative, so we're gonna have to just try and put in a couple of plants and stuff here just to boost it up a little bit. We can use the octagon rug, I guess. We'll put that in and we'll put it down here. There. Takes us up to 4. Not going much higher though. Do we have anything else we can put on the walls? Maybe another notice board just there. And that does give us a little bit of a jump. But then it's all of these rugs and stuff. We can't really put anything on the walls, which is a little bit unfortunate. And that does kind of bring us down a touch. What about just putting in a filing cabinet there? That does give us a nice little boost, so that's good. And an armchair, I guess, could go in. We'll put that on the corner there. Ooh, we're almost there. We haven't put in the microwave, so let's do that. This is now a very expensive staff room, though. We'll put the microwave next to the bandage box, and that gets us up to 100%. That is an expensive staff room. It's 62,000, though. But, yeah, it's the maxed out staff room now. I mean, we could have put windows or something in there to get that one really done, but I will save this as a blueprint now. We'll go staff room. It is a maxed out. It's an expensive one, but that will do us nicely. Okay, good. So we've built our staff room. We now just need to display our first supernatural exhibit. And because we have arrived back from our expedition, which only took 17 days in the end, we did get a ghost guide, but we had a hellhole holdup, which does cost us a bit of money. But given that we brought the overall expedition cost down, it's actually not too bad. We've got a haunted mannequin, which we can now place. We'll put it here just for now, and then we can move it round. And here we go. Welcome to Wailon Lodge. My name is Winston Wailon, the proprietor of this establishment. At least I used to be when I was alive and this was a hotel. In a lot of ways, though, things are the same. Just me and all the empty rooms. People said the hotel would never work. It's too remote, too old-fashioned, too near that rift to the Netherworld. And they were right, so far. But I've not given up hope. Not entirely. As long as you're here, that's one more guest than usual. Things are already looking up. Yes. Yes. So we now need to sell 5 tickets, collect some money from donations, hire a security guard, and display 2 exhibits with a level 3 decoration rating. So our first step then is to go back out. And do we have another one here? Yes, we do. We need a supernatural expert and a janitor, but we also need to provide a poltergeist spirit with entertainment. So we're going to need to just go back here. Let's send, we could do with Draco. We've also got Cristiano, but we'll send Ingrid so she can get the XP. We'll again take on the haggling handbook. Then we will head off on the expedition just to combat any sort of cost increases and stuff from that. Then we do need to hire a janitor. We also need to hire, oh, there we go, customer service, dinner lord. Okay, they do like being in the cafeteria, so that's something that we can keep in mind. Then we want to take Lauren. Delicate, has slow recovery from injuries, handy. Okay, maybe we'll take Lauren. We'll take Lauren because the other one does have another negative perk themselves. And then we'll take on Jasper Ginger to work in security. Excellent. Right, we have our security guard. Now we need to sell some tickets and get some donations in. So it looks like people can come in that way. There's a little side door there and another door there. I'm actually going to remove these. So we're just going to edit the building. We're going to take that one out. We're going to take that one out. Actually, no, we'll move that one to here, because then people can go out and get access to that. So that's done. This little room here, then, we could do with making just staff only for now, because I would just want staff to go in and out of that door. But for now, let's just put in our first ticket office. So we're going to have our ticket booth, and we're going to make it a purple ticket booth to fit in with the theme. That is bright. That is very bright. Let's just go with white then. There we go. We'll put 2 ticket booths in there, and then we can begin putting in our first wall. And this one's going to come out here to there, and then go along to there. So now guests can come in. Excellent. And we'll put in a supernatural one. Actually, the Gothic archway can go into there. And now they're able to enter our little haunted museum. So we're then going to put our haunted mannequin right here for now to begin. And we can put in our first sort of donation boxes. We'll put one right there next to the haunted mannequin. We also have a new exhibit. What have we got? We did have to spend a bit more money again. It looks like we got hit with a negative perk. It's a haunted doll, which we will put in next to the haunted mannequin. Oh, the haunted doll actually looks at... Oh, it looks at me. It looks at the camera. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Right, we sold a ticket. we've got money to collect from donations, hopefully. And what do these guys need then? So to boost it, they need good quality. They need a candle. And what does this one need? Just needs to be near a cursed object, so that's fine. And then we just need to put in our decoration-based items. So looking over here, we finally now have the supernatural stuff unlocked, and one of them is a candle. So we're going to put a candle right there. We'll put a candle next to the haunted doll as well, and then we'll put in some signage, and then we can put in a couple of book piles and stuff just littered around. Oh, a floating book. Oh, we need to get that unlocked, definitely. The candelabra can go there, and then we'll put a spooky portrait on the back wall, and that gets us up to 2 exhibits with a level 3 decoration rating. We also just need to collect some money from donations and sell 1 more ticket, and then we'll be in a very good place. Right, okay, let's hire another assistant. Denise McGuffin works well in marketing. We'll take Jeffrey Thunder, though. And there we go, you are now working in the ticket booth. So, this is good. We've made a decent start so far. Looking at our finances, we are making a bit of money, and we're collecting money from donations. So let's get straight back out to another expedition. We'll go here. We'll once again make it detailed. We'll autofill, and we'll take on the Haggling Handbook as well. If we get a combined level of 3, we will tackle that Haggling Handbook thing that's going on. We're going to get rid of these decorations. We don't need them. That'll just give us a bit more money. The hotel has always been bothered by roaming ghouls escaped from the Netherworld. Free spirits are sure to scare away the living, but once they've calmed down, maybe they'd like to stay. Yes, prepare rooms and the guests will stay. Build a poltergeist room for the free spirit. At the Wailon Lodge, we assure each guest their perfect room, or we would, had we any guests. Yes. A poltergeist room. Okay, so we're going to make some nice little hotel rooms then, I guess. I don't want that one though. Let's cancel that. I had actually thought about, when I was thinking about how I was going to build this one, about actually making all of the exhibits be in like little hotel rooms. So the fact that it actually already exists is pretty good. How long is this wall? This is a 5x3. So I think are we able to just shift that toilet door? I mean, the other alternative is we just stick a little partition in. So let's do that instead. We'll put a little bit of a partition wall in, or actually we'll just edit the building a second. I'm going to knock that block out. Then I'm going to duplicate a window here and put it there. Then we've got enough space for 2 poltergeist rooms that are of a 3x2 or a 3x3. We'll make them 3x3, and then we can put a little door in there. Cool. Right, we've built a poltergeist room. That is now in. Enraged spirits will break free and cause chaos in the museum. Supernatural experts can pacify spirits and return free spirits to their poltergeist rooms. Spirits lose patience each time they break free from the poltergeist rooms. When a spirit runs out of patience, it will leave the hotel museum. Sorry, for good. There's a disgruntled gentlefolk spirit roaming around the grounds of the hotel. Send a supernatural expert to calm them down before it gets annoying. We've also finished another expedition. We've got a spirit loose and causing chaos. A spirit that has no peace will break out of their room and losing this once a spirit is. Okay, right. So we need to send someone to capture Truman here. Truman Gutter Snipe. And we've also got Apollo Jarvis Jarvas. But I think they're going to be pacified. We're going to now duplicate this room and put it there. And then we can start decorating them both. But first things first, we've now pacified that spirit. I'm just going to quickly open this crate and see what was in it. Hopefully, it's just another... Ooh, a faulty phone. Okay, we're going to place that. We're going to place it around here. Again, it's not in the perfect location, but right now it's just about getting stuff down. So we need to move the spirit into their new poltergeist room. Multiple spirits can stay in the same room. Okay, right. So they will have different preferences. So this is interesting. We have, a haunted portrait. Didn't even realize we had that. That must have just been dropped in as we started the level. There we go. Right, we've now got the haunted portrait in. What do they need? Need to be near a catacomb wall decoration. Can I put a catacomb wall decoration in now? Have a quick look. Where is it? Gothic wall, Gothic column, tombstone, dead tree. There it is, catacomb wall. So we can put the catacomb wall there, and that gets that a nice buzz boost. Excellent. And while I'm doing that, actually, I'm going to very quickly put in a speaker, ambient speaker here. We'll put it at the back there, And we'll make sure that it is boosting supernatural. There we go. Right, that gives a nice little buzz boost right by this entrance, which is going pretty well. So now we can actually put in a gentlefolk into this room. What do they need? We can choose decor. Right, Truman. Let's just pause a second so we can work this one out. Right, we need our decor to match the guest's personality and preferences. This spirit is from the industrial age. I'm sure they love antique decorations. You can change the room decor itself by selecting a room. This guest won't care for the hotel signature style. At the Wailon Lodge, we assure each guest their perfect room. Yes, yes. Okay, great. So each poltergeist has their own taste and preferences. Provide a specialist experience for spirits to keep them happy, immersed, and under control. It's like a zoo. Select a poltergeist room to change its overall room decor. Add to room decor with complementary decor items. Immersed spirits lose their peace slower than normal. Provide for your poltergeist to avoid unwanted breakouts and chaotic free spirits. So, we've got all of these antique stuff. That is now unlocked, and it looks like our gentlefolk here, Truman Guttersnipe, wants industrial age. So we're going to change the room decor to the industrial age, and then we can start putting some stuff in for him. He wants any bed and any type of seating, but obviously he prefers antique stuff. So let's have a look at what stuff we can put in here. That's just this is industrial age. So industrial age bed, we'll put in here. Like that, and then we can also put in the antique chair, which will go right here in the corner. Then we can put in the antique fireplace right there. Now he's at 3 of 5 at the minute. Is there anything else antique or industrial age we can put in? Dark age, natural, sunken. Yeah, all of these need to be unlocked by researching the spirit. So we don't have anything else that's industrial age apart from this antique clock. Oh, there's a table right here, so we can put the table in. We'll put it on a corner here. That takes us up to 4. Excellent. Providing spirits with a room that matches their preferences will increase their immersion. Keeping spirits immersed and comfortable slows their loss of peace. Spirits may be dead, but they still like to have a good time. Keeping poltergeists entertained is another way to promote peace and prevent unwanted breakouts. So we can now place an antique gramophone, which we've unlocked as well, and I guess we can put that right here by the door. There. The poltergeist seems much happier, no longer red and spewing ectoplasm. Visits from your supernatural expert should keep it that way. Perhaps you can find more guests in the Netherworld. Here are some cargo item ideas that should make exploration a little less ghoulish. Spirits at the endless dump should be eager for a change of scenery. Yes, yes. Spirits can stay in a poltergeist room. Guests will view spirits from outside their rooms at a safe distance. Spirits lose peace over time. When a spirit has no peace, they will break out of their room and lose an instance of patience. Once they have no patience left, they'll leave the museum forever. Keep them entertained and immersed with appropriate decorations to slow the decay of their peace. Supernatural experts will check in on poltergeists to keep them calm and pacify any free spirits that get loose. I like this already. Right, so this gentlefolk wants any bed and any seating. The room is full. We'll put him in here, and he is also an industrial age spirit. So again, we'll change to industrial age decor, and we will, again, I guess we just duplicate all of these items and put them in. And we'll have a little bit of a different layout this time. Let's put the fireplace at the back in the middle with the chair next to it. Then we can put the bed in down here. I mean, it's not ideal because the guests are now going to be able to look at him in bed while he's having a little snooze, but that's fine. We'll put the gramophone in the same place in the corner here, and then we'll duplicate this table here and put that kind of in the middle of the room. And that gets us up to 5 out of 5. So we need to unlock the endless dump and display a plebeian spirit, as well as earning 750 from the gift shop. We've unlocked a load of other stuff there as well. So let's have a look at what we need to unlock the endless dump. Oh, they need an info stand here. I've not done that. Let's put the glass one in. And we'll put it right there. This is a mess at the minute, but we will fix it and sort it out. Then let's go to endless dump and see what we can do there. There we go. Right, we've got this unlocked, so we can get that done. Good. And then we needed to go to, not there. Endless dump was actually where we needed to go. So we can get possessed. Happy thoughts are needed to counter the event. We can get a ghost guide. Endless stench. Okay, right. We'll autofill anyway. And we will take a first aid kit to prevent the endless stench. We're probably not going to be able to prevent the curse, but we'll see if we just get lucky and don't actually get it. I think we'll probably get it because it's probably part of the game and what we need to do. Then we will build our gift shop. So let's have a look at our rooms. I'm going to go to my gift shop and we're going to build, again, a gift shop that will kind of satisfy everything. So this one's going to be a fairly sizable gift shop because we want to try and put everything we possibly can in here. Given that at some point I would like to have all variations of the museum and the gifts and stuff we get in here, I'm kind of inclined to make sure that we push this to the maximum. So our poster stand here, we've got a, we don't have any kind of general poster stand, but what we could do is we can just swap these out, I guess. So there's a supernatural poster. We can then put in a supernatural plushie stand, which will go kind of in the middle here. Then we can put in a supernatural onesie stand. Wait, that was space, wasn't it? Surely that was space. No, it's supernatural. Oh, it's a ghost, that's why. Right, okay. So the supernatural stand can go in here. Then we'll get the toy stand, which just random little toys and stuff. It kind of needs to be in the middle, though, so we can put that here as well. Then we have everything basic on the go for the onesies and stuff. Maybe we don't need to put extra stuff in. We just kind of keep it general. We can stick a supernatural bookcase in down here as well. And then I'll put a general bookcase next to it. We're at 2 for our decor right now. Not great. What have we got? Atlantean, Bunny, Ghostology. Right, so we can put in the poster of Ghostology right there. And another one here. Then let's have a look at some more decor items we can put in. We'll go with supernatural. We'll put a couple of flags and stuff in as well. Let's put one here at the door. And then we can put in some hanging lanterns and stuff as guests walk in. That takes us up to 5, so that's pretty good. And then we'll be able to get some people working in there and start making some money from our gift shop. Right, so Kate Goose, increased movement speed, coffee increases her happiness. Let's go with this one, and she goes to work in the gift shop. So hopefully we'll start getting some money from it. It's a big one. It doesn't need to be that big. I could definitely make that smaller and maybe just have thematic gift shops for every single different theme, because then that allows me to just have more gift shops placed everywhere. And when I go and start making my museums more elaborate, we'll be able to have a load of different gift shops spotted around through each area, allowing our guests to spend a bit more money. But money, speaking of the devil, is actually not doing too bad. Let's have a look. We're making about 1,800 per month, and can I get a tour put in here? Actually, that might be a good plan. Where are we? There's a map kiosk there to plan their own expeditions around the museum. I like that. Right, okay, what we got here? New crate. Ingrid Avocado is now cursed. Now, obviously, I reckon that's just so that we get a tutorial of how the curses work. We have a plebeian. We can send it to the inventory for now. And we now need to duplicate a room and then display it. So I'm going to duplicate this one. Obviously, this is going to need to change. So we'll get that done. And then we'll change this to a plebeian, which I guess is probably Dark Age. Let's do that. We'll put her in. Oh, it's another Industrial Age spirit. Okay, well, that's fine. There we go. That goes in. Your undead facilities are great, and I'm sure guests are enjoying the supernatural exhibits for the most part, but to satisfy the Department of Culture, we need to provide more for the living. Some interactive displays would liven up the place and add some much-needed entertainment for those lucky enough to be alive. Here's something new and on theme. Ooh, a seance simulator. I guess we're probably going to need to put in some info stands here. Yeah, we definitely do. So, will this large one fit all 3 of them? Yes, it does. We'll put a large info stand there, and we can then put in a donation bin there. That's good. Then we'll stick a little map display on the corner here as well, just so that guests know where they are. Excellent. Right, so getting lots of donations for our Industrial Age, and then we need to build a workshop to make the seance simulator. Now, my workshop here, I'm going to make it a quite small one. It doesn't need to be too big. It doesn't need to be 4x4 though, so I guess it has to go somewhere else. It can go at the back here. And when there, it'll sell off those items as well. I might as well make it a bit bigger. Taking it all the way up. There we go. Right, then we'll put a door in. Right on the wall. And, oh, someone's gone wrong. People are running away. Somebody's broken out. There's a spirit somewhere. Right, let's build our Seance simulator. There's a ghost somewhere wandering around. Everybody's scared and freaking out. Where is it? Where is it? I can't see it. It's definitely somewhere. Anyway, we need someone to work in here. Needs to be a janitor with a workshop. Perk, we don't have one here. Ooh, okay. Well, we'll leave that for now. Hopefully get a janitor. We're coming to the end now. I think we might have caught a spirit there, but no, we haven't. Let's see. Do we have one yet? 0 days. Come on, be workshop qualified so I don't have to train you. They are not. I will take this one, though, because they can do perks, and then we'll just get a training room here. And we'll put that in. And then I'll quickly train a staff member. Obviously, not going to be kitted out massively. This actually gives us our first star once we get this done. So, might as well do it. Right, so, janitors. None of them are available to train anything. Do we have... Oh, there we go. Workshop. Excellent. Wasn't expecting that, but we got it. Somebody's... What's going on? What's wrong? Are you want to rest? I should probably put some chairs in, shouldn't I? Right, there's a ghost somewhere. I don't know why everybody's freaking out. Oh, it's the haunted portrait. They've been viewing the haunted portrait and they've gotten scared by the haunted portrait. All right, that makes a bit more sense. The haunted portrait had sufficiently scared them. Desmond, Ghostman, Spirit Whispering. Ooh, okay. We'll bring in another one to help look after that. Average guest entertainment needs to be above 75%. Currently, it is not. It's dropped back down a little bit, but we're going to put in some chairs. We'll put in a nether bench here, just so that people have somewhere to sit down. And then next episode, we will be able to make a few adjustments and stuff. I'm going to put a couple more benches here so that guests can just have a little look inside these windows at their leisure. And then we'll put in some... We probably need some food and drink as well. So let's get that done. Various vending machines going down now. I'll put them just backing out onto these chairs, I guess. For now. That'll do nice. And then let's put in some bins, actually. We're going to need that. Bins, bins, bins. Just some basic bins going in. So, our Seance simulator is now done. That means we can probably put that in. We'll stick it right in the middle here. Needs a little bit more decorative item. It does need to be near a supernatural exhibit. I think if we move it just that little bit closer... Yes, there we go. Also gets 3 out of 5 decorative buzz. And then... What else does it need? It just needs decoration. Okay, that's fine. So we can just litter a couple of books around here. And then a big sign on either side. And that should bring the entertainment up. Needs one more point in the entertainment stakes. It's weird not having the vending games machines and stuff in. Maybe we need to put a tour on. Let's do that.
The bite-sized morsel of info that'll have you feeling smarter by the time you finish listening
So we
to
go
it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you know all humans are capable
Confirm
of
that.
ESP? Well, kind of. According to recent research from the Institute of...
Come on,
Scientific
73%. Surely we can get to... There we go. Wonderful or dreadful. The place is confusing me. Prove you've turned the old hotel into an actual museum by receiving a 1-star rating from the Department of Culture. Right, now we have our 1-star rating. target. So we need 30 days since the last spirit breakout, turn a quarterly profit of 2,000 and unlock the Paranormal Detection Agency, which is a brand new place of interest. So we are going to finish here for now. I hope you've enjoyed our first visit to Wailon Lodge. There's a lot we can do, and I don't think it's going to take us long to get this 1-star objective done. So we might as well make it our target to get both stars. I hope you enjoyed this one. I've had a lot of fun doing this. I think some of the new mechanics and stuff, and I love the little ghost rooms and things. That's a lot of fun. So thanks all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.